Do you make time to pause and reflect? Hello and welcome to Paul at Home. My name is Paul and I'm at home, and today one of my little characters has been a little bit too busy. I wonder which one you would like to see today. And today I'd like you to meet Razizi. Razizi, say hello to everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Have we got time to do this? Yes, I'm sure we've got time to do this. What are we doing? Well, we're filming an assembly video for people to watch. I don't think I've got time. Well, I'm sure you have got time. I've been busy. I got things to do. Well, what have you been busy doing? I've been busy trying on clothes. You've been busy trying on clothes. Yes, and I've been busy looking at a duck to see if it's the one I want to read. You've been busy looking at clothes? Yes, but you're a meerkat. I know. And you don't usually wear clothes. Oh, yeah. And that book? Yes. I don't know if I want to read it. Well, you've already bought it, haven't you? Yes. Then I think you probably should read it. Oh, yeah. You've been very busy doing a lot of things. I have. Very, very busy. I've been looking outside, looking inside, and I've been doing so many things. It sounds like you've been busy doing lots of things that you don't really need to do. Well, what do you mean? Well, I was wondering today if you've had time to pause and... Oh, I can do that. You can do what? Pause. Look, watch this. What are you doing? It's my paw. I've got 4 of them, so I can pause. I didn't mean pause that you walk with. No, I mean pause and reflect. I can't do that. You can't do what? I can't reflect. Well, why can't you reflect? Everyone can sit and reflect. I can't. Why not? Because I'm a meerkat, yes, and not a mirror. Oh, I didn't mean reflect in the same way a mirror reflects. You didn't? No, I didn't. What I mean is pause and reflect where you stop, yes, and think about what's been going on, things that have been happening in the day, or things that you've heard. Oh, now I get it. Pause and reflect. And actually, now would be a good time for you to pause and reflect. Why? What's happening? Well, I'm going to talk about something that happened in the Bible. Oh, yeah? And then you can come back in a few minutes and tell us what you think. I can do that. I think I've been a bit too busy. So many things to do. But, well, maybe I need to sit down and I think I'll just listen to Paul. See you later. Thank you very much, Razizi. We'll be hearing from Razizi again right at the end of this video. But today, I'd like to talk about people who met with Jesus. And in the Bible, we can read that Jesus met with many different people in all sorts of different places. If you have seen some of my videos recently, you may have heard when Jesus met with Simeon. Jesus was still a baby when he met with Simeon in the temple in Jerusalem. Jesus met with a man with leprosy outside of his village. And Jesus also met with a man called Nicodemus in the middle of the night. But Jesus also met with people in their homes. Jesus met with people where they were. On this occasion, Jesus was just arriving in a village when he found himself being invited into the home of some people who were going to become really good friends of his. It was Martha who had invited Jesus to stay. She lived in a house with her sister and her brother as well, Lazarus. But today it was Martha and Mary who gave their time to Jesus. Martha knew there were things to be done. She had a guest in her house, so she busied herself doing all sorts of things. She was cleaning and sorting and tidying and dusting and sweeping and tidying and preparing food and getting things ready. And she was busy doing all sorts of things. She was cleaning and sorting and tidying and dusting and sweeping and tidying and preparing food and getting things ready. Meanwhile, Mary, well, she was sitting and listening to Jesus. Well, as soon as Martha noticed this, she couldn't believe it. And she even said to Jesus, "Don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work?" But Jesus quietly and calmly said to Martha, "You have distracted yourself by doing all these things that you think need to happen." She was cleaning and sorting and tidying and dusting and sweeping and tidying and preparing food and getting things ready. But in truth, very few things need to be done. Mary has chosen what is good for her, and it will not be taken away. What was Mary doing? She had stopped. She was prepared to pause and reflect and listen to those words of Jesus. I kind of guessed that later on in the day, Martha also had a lot to think about. She was busy doing jobs. She was cleaning and sorting and tidying and dusting and sweeping and tidying and preparing food and getting things ready while she already had a guest in her house. Sometimes it's good for us to pause and reflect. Think about what's happening in the world around us. Think about things that have been said, things that we've heard. And maybe like Mary, we can even sit and think about those kind of things that maybe God would want to say to us. I wonder what Jesus would say if we sat and listened to him. What would Jesus want to say to us? Maybe that's something worth thinking about. Well, right now I'm going to ask Razizi what he thinks after hearing this story of the time when Jesus met with Mary and Martha. Hey, look, I've decided to come back. Well, Razizi, thank you very much for coming back. You're welcome. And that was really interesting. The story about Mary and Martha? Yes, it was. I thought that being dizzy was important. Well, of course, there are those things that we need to do every day. And Martha was so dizzy running around the house, doing this, doing that, tidying up, sorting this, tidying that. Oh, I couldn't keep up. It was so dizzy. I like the idea to pause and reflect, like Mary did. I think that's a really good idea. Sometimes we can be so busy doing things that we don't take time to stop and think. Let's see what we can do today. Can you make time to pause? Not the toes at the end of your feet. Can we make time to pause and reflect and think about the things that have happened, and maybe sit and think about the things that we've heard as well? Well, I hope you've really enjoyed our video today. I did, and I really enjoyed stopping and thinking. And that's a good thing to do. We will look forward to seeing you again in the next assembly video. See you next time. See you next time. Bye. Bye. Oh no. Oh no. Meanwhile, Martha was sitting, listening to Jesus. Oh no. Oh no, I think I've been a bit too dizzy. So many things to do.